What is a myotonic orgasm and why is it as good as any other orgasm? Much has been broken around the female orgasm. At one time, science doubted that the vaginal orgasm existed at all, and conservative society believed that since female pleasure was not necessary for conception, it was not that important. Over 20 years, we have become convinced that the female orgasm is not just there, it comes in many different forms. And if clitoral and vaginal variations don't surprise anyone anymore, few people have heard of the myotonic. How does a myotonic orgasm come about? On a biological level, all types of orgasms occur in more or less the same way and involve three components: blood flow to the tissues of the genitals, myotonia, that is, muscle tension and subsequent involuntary rhythmic contractions, general excitement of the nervous system. Without the first, men would have no erection, and the vagina of women would secrete no lubrication. Without the second, no one would make weird faces or stretch their socks up to the ceiling. Without the third, there would be nothing at all. But despite the common fundamental mechanism, myotonia and blood rush can be achieved in different ways. Some women discovered by accident as children that they can experience pleasurable sensations and even achieve sexual release by crossing or squeezing their legs. This is the myotonic orgasm, as it is called in Russian sexological practice. In the West, there is another term for it, coregasm, from the English words for core, muscular corset, and orgasm. It is provoked by tension in the muscles of the abdomen, pelvis, and hips, which can be achieved in different ways: crossing or squeezing the legs, cycling, exercises with a rope or beam, and even just rocking the abs. Alfred Kinsey, the grandfather of modern sexology, wrote about cortisol in 1953 in Sexual Behavior in the Human Female. 5% of the women he surveyed claimed to have orgasms while exercising, and Dr. Debbie Herbenek, a leading contemporary researcher in this field of medicine, found out 61 years later that myotonic orgasms are experienced by 10% of the respondents she interviewed. Perhaps it's because people have become more active in sports? Debbie even wrote a book about coregasms, where she noted, "You'll have a better chance of feeling it when you're doing a lot of muscle strain. For example, if you do as many abs curls or leg lifts as you can handle." What do women say? Ordinary women are happy to share their own tips, too. An employee of a company that makes a period tracking app called Clue, whose first orgasm happened while climbing a rope, advises, with coregasms, the key is to get your stomach in. Plus they require repetition and some degree of muscle exhaustion, like in Pilates. The girls on Reddit decided to keep up. Some have had positive experiences. "I do it in public when my boyfriend sends me all sorts of naughty texts or teases me with pictures. It turns me on, and I can sometimes come with my legs crossed and squeezed hard." Oh yeah, I've been doing that for years. I stumbled upon this method by accident when I was 11. You put pressure in all the right places. It's easy, quick, comfortable, and unnoticeable. For some people, it's just nice. I can't come from it, but it gets me started and turned on more than that. But it's not without its negatives, either. I've been trying to stop for a month now. It's too aggressive on the clitoris. It seems to make me less sensitive. Coming from oral sex has become harder. I can only come if I cross my legs and squeeze hard. Is there any way to overcome this? Can I reach orgasm some other way? What does the medicine say? Myotonic orgasm in Russian sexology is usually considered a deviation from the norm, a disadaptation. It does happen, but the reasons for the disorder are always different. Some women have accustomed their bodies to this type of stimulation, like the Reddit user who could no longer achieve orgasm from oral caress. Psychological reasons also occur. Anxiety and shame that a familiar mode of pleasure is considered wrong can discourage sex altogether. Studies in this area were conducted only in America, so it is difficult to know what Russian sexologists are guided by when they state that women who do not have orgasms from penetration have not experienced real intimacy. Moreover, there are only 17% of them. According to Dr. Herbenek's survey, cases of physical disadaptation as a result of early experience of orgasm are rare, and muscle tension, not excessive, but normal, is considered a component of any type of orgasm in modern sexology. So is this the norm or not? Evidence-based medical consensus and common sense say one thing: Normal will be the kind of masturbation that promotes healthy sexuality and enjoyment of one's own body. If myotonic orgasms have superseded others and a woman is unhappy with this fact, she can see a neurologist, psychologist or sexologist. And if it brings her joy and makes life brighter, you can just tense up and enjoy it.